What has Coach D been reiterating these last couple weeks?
Honestly, just making sure that we, do everything leading up to the game so that we are confident enough to go in there and just cut it loose. So really just cutting it loose. Not worrying about any outside noise. Going in there, having fun, and enjoying the moment.
What does the stage mean for you to play on top?
This is something that I've been wanting, since I was starting football. Something that me and my dad and my family have talked about forever. So to be able to get here is just an absolute blessing. And, going to perform on this Fiesta Bowl and this stage is just everything to me. So I'm super excited.
What were some like the things that you and your dad would dream of then, when you were a kid?
Just playing big time ball. Just playing in front of a packed out crowd in the NFL stadium. With all the cameras on you. This is something that I've dreamed of too. Especially when football started getting serious for me my senior year of high school. When I started getting offers, I was like, the time is now. It's going to be happening to you. So just keep your head down and soon people will see.
How much do you think you've grown this year from game 1 to game 14?
I mean, a ton. I watch myself on film week 1 against Georgia Southern, and I'm just like covering my eyes because I'm like, geez, dude. But I've grown so much, and I give it all to Coach Stock, Coach Chins, Coach D, and the strength staff, and my team. We've all grown, and we've all, helped each other grow. So
it's like the biggest understanding you've had from, being in the fire, and you're one of the guys that plays like every single freaking play too. So
yeah.
What's one of the biggest things that you've started to understand about what it takes to succeed on game day?
Honestly, for me, it's just being calm, not blowing things out of proportion, not thinking too much, not getting my eyes too big, not seeing too much, just focusing on what I'm supposed to, like my keys, and just cutting it loose, not worrying.
We haven't talked to you in a while, Ty, so let's about the San Jose State game.
Mm-hmm.
You get a pick, you force a fumble. Like, how much did that game mean to your confidence and, going out and making some, like, significant game-changing plays, which you guys needed that game too?
Yeah. I mean, that game was a test for me because, first play of the game I got trucked, and it's all over CBS, and I'm like, that just happened in front of my dad, in front of my family who was at the game, in front of my boys and everything, and I was like, I had that decision. Either I was just going to lay down and let it happen and just be sad about it, or am I going to change the game? Am I going to just, say, we're not running with that. We'll show them what we can do. And I mean, that game was it was a huge test for me, and I passed it, and it's been huge for my confidence because I know what I can do, and that self-doubt that I sometimes have it's almost out. So it's almost out. So, when that ball comes into play, I can just cut it loose and just focus. So,
what do you think of that? Going back and looking at the hit, that ball, like, weird play popped up in the air after you knocked that thing out, and
yeah,
it looked like he turned into a tight end, like he used to play in high school there for a minute too.
Yeah, no, that play was it was funny. I just remember being in the post, and I was trying to see where this quarterback was going to end up. We didn't expect him to run much at all, and he ended up running and free. It was just one-on-one, and I just remember seeing the ball and then seeing him kind of lower down on me. So I was like, I just took him out. I just took him out, and the ball came with it, and it was kind of funny. But I'm just glad I'm glad I made that play for my teammates and for the team.
Yep, Woostro.
Hi, for a lot of the older guys on the team, like Rodney, we were just talking. He said, when he came into Boise State, the limit was the New Year's Six playoff. But by the time you came here, I think by the time you committed, the 12-team expansion had already been approved, and there was an access for a group of 5. Just how exciting was that coming here, knowing that you had a chance to play for a national championship at Boise State?
Oh, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible, and that's a big reason as to why I came here. Because I came here so we could win championships and win big games and play in big games, and I had trust in everybody to be able to do that, and it's definitely amazing. And we kind of and there was this thought in my head that we knew we could accomplish this. We were talking about this since winter when we were doing, the hardest workouts, we were like, we're going to go do this. And to see now that it's all unfolding and we're here where we are right now, it's amazing.
You say this is one of the reasons you came here. During your recruitment process, did coaches ever use the word national championship with you?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard, Coach D say that, this team has that, that we have that ability. Before we weren't able to because the smaller playoff, bracket and everything. But, when that chance came, I just thought about it. I was like, Coach D's been telling us this stuff, telling these guys this stuff before that. And he's been telling me that since the start of my recruiting. We have a team to be able to do it, and it's happening. So we'll go out there and cut everything loose and show the world.
Has it hit you that, this shot is real now, that tomorrow you guys are flying down to Arizona to play in the national tournament?
Yeah. I mean, it's hit me for sure. Right after the Mountain West Conference Championship, I had that, opportunity to just kind of reflect on everything. And I was like, it's crazy. But now it's settled in and it's hit for sure.
Awesome, thanks.
Thank you.
Colton, we'll throw it to you.
Yeah, thanks for the time. Just generally speaking, what are your thoughts on Penn State's offense? What do you see from them? And, even though you guys are considered the quote-unquote underdog, what is your guys' confidence level going into a game like this?
As always, our confidence is up. We're going in there not to make things, close. We're going in there to win and enjoy it. But Penn State is a very, very, very good team. They're explosive. They have two running backs who are 210 plus that are very good at what they do. Their quarterback is very good at what he does. And their tight end and O-line, their whole team is good. Their whole team is very good. That's why they're here, and that's why we're here. So to get this opportunity is huge.
That's it for Zoom.
Ty, I think it was Eric Schneider a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly, but he said early in the season maybe you were playing like a little mechanical at times, and then I think he said something along the lines of you had a talk with your dad and you decided just to start playing a little freer. Now, can you just take us back to that and like how'd you recognize that and how'd you push through it?
Honestly, my dad texted me after Georgia Southern. There was a play where I missed my first interception. It should have been that. But he texted me. He was like, if you were just playing free and not worrying about the scheme so much, you would have made that play. And that sat with me, because some of these plays that I missed, you can see that mechanical look to me and that mechanical feeling that you just see when I'm playing is trying to creep in. But I've been playing so much more free because I've been preparing so much better. I'm able to just study so much during the week to the game day when, I'm able to just kind of just relax and know, like, I know what I'm supposed to do. Now it's just me and the dude across from me. That's all.
I mean, you're pretty young. You didn't turn 19 until the middle of the season, right?
Yeah.
So you step into this role, you're still only a true sophomore, and I know you can say you want to be a leader, but like you also kind of have to find your voice, right? So like, how much have you kind of found your voice? Because you talk to Rod and guys that you would obviously believe in or whatever. They say that about you now. So how have you kind of found your voice?
One is just being able to play as early as I did for sure helped. But also just, helping out with the younger guys too, because I'm a young guy myself. I see all these younger guys come in and I'm there to help them out. I'm like, you can ask me anything you guys want. I'm friends with all the younger guys. I'm not like that freshman that played that now is a sophomore that, thinks he's too good to talk to all the young guys. Not at all. And we don't have anybody like that on our team, which is why, we are where we're at right now. It's because our team is so close. But, just helping the young guys out for sure has helped. And also just being able to just communicate the way I do on the field. For sure, guys can see that I'm trying to be a leader, and it's helped, put my voice out there in that leader kind of role.
Eric says he puts a ton on you for being a young guy. Do you feel like he puts a ton on you?
Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I think Chins trusts me a lot, and I absolutely, it's a blessing to be able to have your DC trust you that much. And I just take it all in and I go with it, you know. Chins is my guy, Stock is my guy. I love them, I trust them. So, you know, I'm blessed to be able to have them put that much stuff because, you know, some of this stuff that we're, you know, able to put in now is going to help us that much more. So it's great.
One more for me. That's with Alexander Tubner back. You had him most of the season. You didn't have him for a few games. What is the biggest difference you notice when he's out there rolling with you guys and then when he's not?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're still able to, you know, communicate and all those things and play at a very high level with and without Tubes. Just when Tubes is out there, it's just, I don't know, I get happy because that's my guy. You know, Tubes is my guy. I get happy. I'm like, I look over and Tubes is over there directing traffic and I'm just like, there's Tubes, you know, but honestly, it's just, you know, knowing that there's a senior out there and, you know, knowing that his time is limited and knowing his story too is the most important thing, you know. He's worked his butt off and now he's playing and it's late in his career, but just kind of seeing that, it's a beautiful thing, really. It definitely is. But, you know, as far as all the other things, playing and stuff, it's huge. But there's definitely also like an increase in kind of communication and stuff. He's big on that. He's big on that.
It just seems like with him, like, you guys talk about being blue collar, and with his story, he is like the epitome of it. Like, it just feels like, I'm assuming there was never a question that he'd be back for just because of what he's probably put into it. So
yeah,
it just feels right that he's going to be able to play in this game.
100%. You know, I knew at the end of that season, I was like, he's going to come back. Like, I knew. I had a feeling. I just knew he was going to come back. So it's so great to see him out there again and see him practicing too. I just laugh to myself sometimes. I'm like, there's Tube. So it's great.
Anybody else?
Yeah, coaches have not been huge fans of 3 weeks off. How's it been getting back into the swing and ready to go after such a long break?
It's been good for me because I feel great, but you know, it's a long time to be off for sure. It's great for the body and everything, feeling great, but you tend to see teams get very complacent and start to feel like, you know, they've got time, but we really don't have time. We need to stay on it, and we've been doing a great job of that. So this 3 weeks has been, I'd say, great for us, but definitely I can see why coaches don't like that. I love it. Shit.
All right, good job, Tom. Thank you.
Appreciate it.